Give me all you've got. If you're prepared to break the silence, I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking.
Hello, welcome back to WINFXTRADING YouTube channel. This is the only channel that has been optimized to make you rich trading the Forex synthetic market. In the recent times, most of the content I upload were measured on the VIP profit results, massive profit being made in the VIP signals channels, and we have VIP signals on the Forex and synthetic, and then we have a VIP channel on boom and crash alone. We have a VIP channel on binary trading, where we take $1 to $11,000 plus 14 days, and the other one where we take $1 to $6,000 plus in 5 days. These are basically the VIP channels we have, or you can call it groups, okay? Channel group, they're all the same thing, okay? There's not much difference. We have the one that are in channels, then they will have the one that are on group, okay? So it depends on what you want. So also in the recent time, I also upload content about motivation, like people need to be motivated so that they will be able to reach their goal, especially when people are just trying to give up because of too much losses. Most of the content we are short videos to get people motivated. But apart from all this, I still need to solve a problem in the trading community, because when the rate of losses increases to the extent that the number of winners is just 1%, that means 99% are losers. And do you know that this number of winners, which is 1%, include the brokers? Yes, definitely. In other words, the rest 99% is feeding the brokers and the 1% winner. So I have to appear as a judge in this game. You know, this is a Wall Street, and it takes a street expert to make things happen, okay? To make things come to normalcy. So this is a reason behind, the rationale behind this content. Quantum mechanics principle applied to Forex synthetic market. You know, nobody is doing content about this, but I have to do it because it's not that I want to fight brokers or no. It's just a fair judgment. It's a fair judgment. It's a fair content. It's to at least optimize the number of winners, even if it is up to 20%. This, having some of these ideas, some of these rare content, because most of my contents are rare. Not everyone talks about it, so they are rare. So having this rare content or having access to them can actually optimize you, at least from being a loser to being a winner, okay? So we are going to be discussing the notion of quantum mechanics principle. Before I continue, if you have not joined any of my VIP, I have many VIP groups or channels, as you can call it. I have the one for Forex and synthetic. I call it MT5 signal group, like for Forex space, volatility 75, jump indices and all of that. And then I have special one for boom and crash. I have one for binary, rise and fall, like you take $1 to $11,000 plus, and the one you take $1 to $6,000 plus, which is M5 drop. And a lot of people are not doing things, like they are not taking action, reasonable actions. They are not taking reasonable action, and this is affecting their life, okay? So I don't want to waste much of my time. Let's go into the main reason behind this content. So when we say quantum and mechanics, we are talking about movement. Okay, we are talking about movement. Mechanism has to do with motion, and quantum have to do with quantity, or you can call it a kind of harmony or amount, or a kind of a quanta. Like, when we say quantum, actually is more of energy. It's more. Let me show you something here. You see, this is a kind of a big shell. This is a geometrical object, just a geometry like this with particles inside it. Okay, let's assume that this is an atom. Okay, see price as an atom, see an asset as an atom, and inside this atom we have other sub particles. So inside an asset, okay, the asset you are trading, the traders, other traders, the brokers, the banks, the big banks, the institutions, okay, the hedge funds, and like the big investors, okay, the component of the same asset you are trading. If you are trading USD doesn't just exist as a single something, like just like that. USD is able to exist because there are retail traders on it, there are wholesale traders on it, there are big investors on it. Okay, it has to do with human behavior. It has to do with people transacting on Euro and USD, and there are categories of people. So those people now will be embedded inside that asset, and they become sub-particles. Okay, you have to be spiritualizing this, or metaphysically envisioned it. Like, you have to understand this, in a metaphysical world. Okay, because when you open a MT5, for instance, this is Euro USD, and go to 1 minute time frame, we assume that the spread is zero. You have to assume like there is no spread. Yes, we have to assume that the spread is zero. Now, in this 1 minute time frame, if we can further go to a 1 second time frame or tick, you will see the ray velocity of this price. You will see how fast it is moving. Okay, I think you can see this more if you use any, I don't know, if you have MT5, if you have a trading platform that use tick, you will see how fast the price is moving. Okay, so this movement of price is random. It's random because if you are standing here, you cannot conclude in the next 1 minute or in the next 2 minutes where the price will be with certainty. With 100, you cannot have 100% certainty of where the price will be if you are standing at this point. If you are standing at this point, you cannot have 100% certainty of where the price will be next. See, these are prices. The red number is a price, and the green number is also a price. Okay. Now, you see this price number, like this green number 1.06851. You are standing on it and you are looking at it. How will you know that it's going to go to 1.06853? That is where quantum mechanism comes in. Okay, this asset is USD. It is being quantized. It is being quantized in terms of position, in terms of energy. in terms of time, in terms of velocity, in terms of momentum. Okay, I think when it comes to this quantum mechanics principle, you have to see old candles as date state. You have to see the old candles at date state. This candle that is here now is the live candle. Every other candle is dead, meaning that their momentum, their acceleration, their position is basic, is mechanically, dynamically zero, is just zero. They doesn't have energy again, because that is, I think this is one new fundamentals that is making financial or quantum mechanics in financial industry unique. It's actually differentiating it from other application of quantum mechanics. Like, unlike if you come to physics, you know, when we discuss about atoms that have electrons and neutrons and other subparticles inside, all those particles are in continuous motion. But when it comes to financial industry, like the Forex charts or any chart, any trading chart, once a candle open and close, that candle is dead. We're only considering the current candle. We want to quantize the current candle, and we also want to know the next quantum level of future candle. Yes, the next quantum level of future candle. So when we talk about what are we measuring, like what are these, like how do we quantify, what are we quantifying, what is this quantum mechanics application here? I've said it initially that mechanics has to do with motion, okay? And when we talk about motion, you have to consider physical quantities like velocity, position or displacement. You have to consider time, and then you have to consider acceleration. Then you have to add momentum to it, okay? Then energy have to be there, okay? How many things I mentioned? I mentioned time, velocity, energy, momentum. Then let's add mass, okay? Mass. See, if an object doesn't have mass, it cannot move. But you see, when you are trying to apply things that has become that has taken place in certain endeavor of life, because this quantum physics has been already occupied. I mean, this quantum mechanics have been already occupied in physics, okay? Or if you want to bring it to financial industry, then you have to use an analogy. So when we talk about mass, that mass have to do with the gravity of human behavior. What make price jump from one price level to another price level, or what make asset change from one price level to another price level, is the gravity of human action. Because people are buying, people are selling, people are buying, people are selling. They are buying euro, they are selling dollar, they are selling dollar, they are buying euro, okay? Those actions at times they give a resultant effect. Remember the Newtonian law of the Newtonian third law, the Newtonian law of motion, the third law of motion by Newton, says that action and reaction are equal and opposite. But when they are no longer equal and opposite, then what happens? There will be a resultant force. And for a motion to exist, there must be a force. Okay? So the buying and selling create force, and the price keeps changing. Nobody wants to buy and sell at the same price. Nobody. Because every human being are striving to succeed. Okay? You can't buy euro you can buy euro for $10 and sell the same euro for $10. No. If you buy, let's say you buy, currently now 1 euro is ranging between 1.06855, for instance. Let's use this middle number, 1.06855. If you buy 1 euro for $1.06855, you cannot sell it for $1.06855. You will like to sell it at a higher price, so the price you have to shift. Okay, so in quantum mechanics, we are actually designing the probability density of measuring the position of the price. Okay, the energy the price will carry and the velocity. Okay, there are three major things: the velocity, the position, the velocity. Okay, energy, position, the velocity. Okay, the momentum should have been there, but I just make it three. The momentum has to do with the strength of the buyers and sellers. Because when you see big candles, that shows momentum. Okay, then the rate at which that candle is creating, if it is creating at a very high rate, that shows the energy is too much and the velocity is too much. If it is creating at a low rate, the energy is small and the velocity is small. Okay, the energy inside this candle here is not the same energy inside this candle, and the momentum inside this candle is not the same momentum inside this candle. So I think this is an introductory course to quantum mechanics application to financial industry. Okay, there are a lot of things to discuss here, but maybe it will be coming up in future videos about the same topic. Okay, but this is just introduction. It's introduction to quantum mechanics application to financial industry. Okay, our aim is, as this price is here, we assume there is zero spread. There is the ask price and the bid price are at the same price. Okay, now can you predict with certainty where the position of the price will be, what will be the energy, and what will be the velocity, what will be the momentum? Can you predict it with accurate, can you get the probability? We don't measure those physical quantity direct. We are actually talking about their probabilities. Probabilities lie between 0 and 1. Okay, now let me give you an instance. I said initially that we are only considering the live candle. Every other candle is dead. Okay, but that doesn't mean that if we are trying to do the probability analysis, we will not consider them. During probability density analysis, we will consider them, because price do follow patterns. Okay, price do follow patterns. But why I say that dead is they can still fail, because you don't need to hope on what has happened on the past to predict the future. No, they can fail. That's why we are dealing with probability. The probability will tell you that they can help to predict the future price sometime. The same probability will tell you that they fail. They do fail. So how frequently do they fail? How frequently do they give us success? What is the frequency of success? What is the frequency of failure? Are you getting it? What is the significance of, okay, using the past history, I can predict the future? What is the significance? Is it actually significant? So there are a lot of things to discuss. If we're actually trying to apply quantum mechanics to financial industry, I think it's going to optimize the number of winners to maybe close to 50%. I'm telling you the truth, but I don't want to go deep into calculation analysis or introducing some notations and all of that are used in quantum mechanics. No. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. One of the reasons why you have been losing is because of financial industry. The price movement is built on quantum mechanics. When we talk about quantum computing, a computer that is built with quantum mechanics principle is going to beat computers that are built with classical mechanics. You know what I'm trying to say is, if we are playing a game with a quantum computer, that quantum computer is going to win you by 93%, meaning that you only have 7% to win. So this is a software. You are actually trying to mimic the market. You are not a quantum computer, okay? But you can optimize your brain. You can optimize yourself to a quantum computer by learning, by reasoning, and by experience, and then you can beat the market. So this thing you are seeing on the chart could have been built with a quantum computing. So imagine if the market have 93% to win you, because you are playing a game with this movement. You are playing a game. The price is just on its own moving. It's built on this is a computer. Okay. What if this is built with a quantum computer? Or what if it is not built with a quantum computer, but it is built with a classical computer, that is normal computing, okay? But the randomness is too much that using quantum analysis or quantum idea can help you achieve better. Why? The question is, why have people been losing so much? Because it's not good to see your fellow trader lose. We are making money, yes, we are making money, but when you ask this question, you discover that some certain things will start running in your mind. Maybe they built this application with a quantum computing or not. If so, then we have to reason like a quantum computer, okay, for we to actually make it in this type of market. Okay, so that is by the way. So I think maybe I will just touch I will bring a notion of directions, or let's call it directives. That is my own notation. I just build it up with experience and learning. I'm going to use it to predict spike and boom and crash market. So let's go. I'm going to take you to boom and crash. Now, this is boom and crash market. This is crash 1000. Okay, using quantum mechanics principle could actually help to solve some problems on boom and crash. But when I talk about using it on boom and crash, I'm actually talking about the spike, because I prefer trading spike than trading direction. I can only trade direction if I get a swing signal in the higher time frame. I can just buy here because I believe that it has more probability to buy, okay, near here. Or if I notice, you see, the market is a bear market, so you can only buy if you actually see reaction to a channel line, okay. You can actually buy in a bear market like this. You can buy at the lower boundary, okay, but it's still risky. They can break it. They do break those stuff. So you just trade in the direction of the trend. But that's by the way. If we are applying quantum mechanics to trade the boom and crash, I think we should actually use it on the spike, because one spike will wipe your account. One spike or more will wipe your account. But if you trade it, it will grow your account. So I basically I bring a notion of directives, okay. Is my own terminology in quantum mechanics application to financial industry, okay. So it's just an arrow and a horizontal line. The horizontal line will show where the direction the boom and crash, the direction, like the direction signal break a structure. Okay, a structure is a shape like something like this. A price go like this. Let me change the color for now. Then change it to red. A price goes like this and do what? Drop. Okay, and then goes up again. We expect it to do what? Go down, but it didn't go down. Rather, it break a hypothetical horizontal line. You can call it a resistance line. Okay, now what I will do is I will delete this. I just show you what structure is. So it's just a shape that is broken. Okay, now I will now do something like this. I'll put this arrow. So this arrow is directive. It's a quantum directive. What it's telling me is that it's telling me WINFX trading, stop trading spike. Stop trading spike. It's just telling me stop trading spike. If you trade spike, you're gonna lose. Okay, why? Because the direction of the directive is upwards, and for crash market, upwards movement means direction movement. And if you are trading it, you are likely going to be faced with spike. Actually, I'm applying this quantum analysis, quantum principle to spike and not direction, because applying it to direction doesn't make sense. Direction is always there. What Deriv do is they use that spike to wipe account. Yes, that's the main aim of the spike, is to wipe account. And they wipe that account using quantum computing, because you will just trade direction. It's not that trading direction will not give you profit. It will give you profit when you trade it in the higher time frame, as I've told you. Like when you trade it as a swing trader, like you swing trade it. Maybe you go to the moon and get a very short swing, and you have enough capital to withstand the spike, and then you make the profit. Okay, but when we are talking about continuous trading, like trading in a scalping way, or medium term trading, or short term trade, like trading steady, you need to focus on the spike if you really want to build the account. So by using quantum mechanics, I'm actually trying to know when the quantum ideas or quantum analysis principle is telling me that I should stay away, that the spike, this is not time to trade the spike. So we use directive arrow, the directive line, which is the arrow line, and the horizontal line, to actually quantize the crash or the boom and crash market, of which I'm using crash as an example to quantize the crash market. Okay, so what am I quantizing? I'm actually trying to predict the probability of where the spike is on or where the spike is off. So right now the spike is off because the arrow is pointing upwards. The spike is off. So I will not trade the spike, but I will keep observing. Okay, in quantum mechanics, observation is one of the most important things. Okay, I keep observing the behavior of the movement of the price here. Okay, so what I will do here, I'm going to pick another horizontal line and place it here. When I place it there, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to wait. Once this price crosses it, this direction crosses it, I'm going to place arrow on top. What this arrow pointing upwards is telling me is that it will keep going up. But if it reaches here, okay, I got another spike here. So see what I'm going to do. I'm going to place the horizontal line here. So this becomes my structure here that has been broken. Then the direction will change automatically. Okay, the direction will change. So this is what we call quantization. So I'm not, when we look at where I put the line on the horizontal line, look at that intersection. What this thing is telling me is that, okay, the color has already been changed. what is telling me, this intersection is telling me at this point, it's telling me that at this point, okay, there is probability of getting another spike if it approaches near this coordinate. So we can now get a quantum zone or slab, very small zone or slab, and place it. So inside this small slab, it will be close to the intersection of the arrow and the horizontal line, but the width of this slab, the width should not be more than the width of the arrow. This arrow, you can use the width of this arrow to model it. Okay, so you place it. So as price approach like this direction, as this direction approach this arrow, approach this quantum slab, we are going to be placing sell signal, the spike signal. You are going to be placing spike trade. You are going to be selling. Okay, you are going to be selling, and then your aim is that you are going to get another slab, okay, whose length is like, just look at the spike that break the structure. Okay, yes, this is the spike that break the structure, this one. We are going to place another slab there and make sure that the width of this slab is okay. I don't need to make it complicated. Just look at your risk characteristic. What is your risk level? Okay, you can decide, okay, I have a $50 account and I want to risk 20% of it, meaning that you can risk, for you to blow that account, you have to risk up to 5 times. Like, you have to, if total risk per trading session is 5%, for you to blow that account is 20%. For you to blow that account, you have to risk, like, you have to trade up to 5 trading sessions, because 100% divided by 20% is 5. So you have to trade up to 5 trading sessions for you to blow your account. So it's logical. Okay, so 20% of $100 is a kind of $20. Okay, so what you need to do now is, it's left for you to know how many pips are you going to risk once price come to this level. How many pips are you going to risk? Because you are going to risk a pip in such a way that your stop loss is not going to be triggered. For me, I think it will be logical if the orders are inside this quantum zone. It will be logical to risk about 10 pips. You can see it, the second number on the coordinate is 10 pip. Then if I open my calculator, then you discover that risking 10 pip, you are going to divide how many $20 by 10 pip. So your maximum loss size is 2 loss size. So you can now open, let's say 2 divided by 5. You cannot open 5 position with 0.4 loss size. Then when you do that, definitely once price come to here based on quantum analysis, because here I have very high probability of spiking, let's say 80% to 90%. Okay, we are talking about probability, so it's all about probability. If you don't know probability, go and study probability so that you understand the power behind probability. I'm telling you, statistics and probability and then calculus, that are the major branch of mathematics that we have to solve certain human problem. Okay, so here once you come here, I'm expecting a single spike. The aim is to close once a single spike happen. Remember, we are trying to use quantum idea. We don't want to be playing a game of holding when you are in a quantum environment. Remember that this MT5 have 93% power, like understand the intelligence, beyond you, like what it have in reasoning and thinking is beyond it. So that's why you lose So once you get your profit, you close, you wait for another quantum state. Okay, a typical example of this is, look at what is happening in this system or this state, for instance. Okay, once this candle break here, we put it, so this become a new quantum state with this direction. As price is approaching it, we draw our, you're supposed to have drawn this. Unfortunately, it seems that they didn't approach it, but look at the zone. Okay, we put it, make sure, just put it at the center, make sure it passed through the intersection. Okay, this is it, just where it just intersect, simple, and then stretch it down. Like, you see, price enter that zone and start spiking. Even if you use 50 lot size, we are going to win it, because this is an area of high probability. Okay, like high quantum probability. Okay, I think this video is taking me much time, but I will be ending it. This is just a small glimpse of quantum mechanics, okay, applied in financial industry. Though if you after this you notice there is another new quantum state, like a quantum level. Like, you know, when we talk about quantum level, we mean that every position that price we take has a definite value, and the value is different from every other value. Okay, yes, the value at any point is different from any other value, because we are talking about quantitization. We don't assume that price will remain at the same position. No, it doesn't happen. Okay, so here, this is another quantum state. We pick our this and then get our directive and draw our what quantum zone, with the width should be the width of this, and you place it. You see, price enter that zone and spike. So most time, if you want to risk big, you can just place your stop loss above the zone. Just believe, even if it didn't happen, you have to know your risk level. Let's assume you have that is 2.5 pip anyway. Let's assume you have a $100 account, and you want to risk big to make big. So you want to risk 50%. Okay, so you have possibility of getting 2 trading sessions, yes, before you blow your account. So you are risking 50% upon $100, that is $50. So now you are risking 2.5 pip. Then you are going to divide $50 by 2.5 pip. Okay, sorry, 2.5 pip. So you are going to use 20 lot size. So based on broker restriction, you discover that using 20 lot size may not be possible on a $100 account, but for a bigger account, that will be possible. In other words, instead of wasting resources, why not increase the stop loss level in case things get wrong, like things didn't work out the way you want. So you can risk 30 pips. Okay, and then you are going to use a total of 1.6 lot size. So 1.66 lot size, let's say 67, you can divide it by 5 and use 0.3 per position and open those 5 positions as fast as possible. Once one spike happens, you close your trade. So this is a quantum idea. But once price start behaving in one way, or like in a way that you do not understand, like when the quantum states change direction, like change direction from our normal behavior, like what we believe, which is spike signals, and start giving us direction, you stop. You know that the spike is off, like here. Once it breaks this level, then the direction becomes like this. Then what you need to do is to keep monitoring it, observing. You keep observing it break here, you put another arrow, you keep observing. Okay, suddenly we notice that something happened here, that this horizontal line is now our spike, is giving us a spike signal because it break in the direction of the spike. But if we draw our quantum zone, the price did not get back there, but it creates another quantum level here, and then with this zone, when price get back there, it spike. But then that is where stop loss level is necessary. So risking 3.2 pip is not good. That's why I think risking something reasonable, maybe putting it above a particular swing, like past swing, will make sense, you know. You see, I just want to motivate the community and tell you that a lot of things is going to be evolving in the financial industry. Like, that could be quantum computing that is controlling the market, and you need to have that quantum idea for you to succeed. And I think our VIP signal worth much more than what we are teaching here, because most people watch video and they don't even apply it, because not everybody is different. Some people don't have that power to understand things and apply it the way it is taught. Okay, join VIP signal group or channels. If you come to my public Telegram channel, you will see different groups, each serving different purpose. We have the one we trade forex and synthetic together. We have the one we trade boom and crash, only boom and crash. We have the one we trade rise and fall markets, where we take $1 to $11,000 plus, and then we have the one we trade multipliers, where we take $1 to $6,000 plus, just trading multipliers. What you need to do is to tell yourself, what is reason behind my failure? Is it that I'm trying to trade on my own and I'm not making? Then buy signal. You need to buy signal. If you have been trading, you are not making it, buy signal or enroll for our powerful, profitable courses. You need mentorship, you need education. Some people don't understand what is education. Now, when you are educated properly in trading, if you have proper forex trading education, okay, then you will have to understand what it means to have a losing trend. If someone draw the curve of your revenue as a trader, the slope is negative. That means it's downtrend. It definitely is downtrend, because losses are negative, so the slope is negative. It's downtrend. It's not that in trading you don't lose. The question is, do you have statistical edge? You don't lose. You don't lose to the extent that you have a negative statistical edge. What is there is risk management. If you are in trading session A, you made a profit of X%, for instance, and in trading session B, you made a loss of Y%. Now, if we add X% and Y% and they give us Z%, but the polarity of Z% is positive, you have a statistical edge. Okay, you have a good statistical edge because it is positive. So ask yourself, do you have a lossy trending curve? Like, do you have a lossy trend curve? Like, if someone plot the graph of your income from trading, is always going negative, like it's sloping negative, then if you have such, have you asked yourself question, what are the reasons? Is it that you don't have proper education? Then if it is the reason that, okay, because you don't have proper education, that is why you are losing, then use that money that you should have lost, psychologically use it and buy our profitable courses, okay, and succeed. Then if it is that, okay, you buy course but you could not assimilate what the mentors are telling you, enroll for our VIP, like subscribe to our VIP signal and trade with people that have, like, trade with experts, make money like other people are making money. Okay, so thank you, bye for now.
If you're prepared to break the silence.